Okay, with TIFF wrapping up this weekend, we're taking a look back at some of the festival's biggest highlights. And for that, we turn to View the Vibes editor-in-chief, Stephen Branco. Stephen, always a pleasure. Thanks for taking time to speak with us. So, listen, we're talking about 50 years. Has this been a splash?
It really has been. Although some people are saying, oh, maybe we haven't seen as big of a splash as maybe we were anticipating, because it is the 50th anniversary, behind the scenes, the rooms were buzzing and packed with celebrities.
Okay, so let's talk about the big names that came to Toronto this year.
Yeah, we had Catherine O'Hara, The Rock, Angelina Jolie, Chris Evans, Rami Malek, Vince Vaughn even made an appearance, Kristen Dunst. Channing Tatum was walking the streets with the fans. We even saw Ryan Reynolds spending a lot more time out with fans this year.
Okay, so you're talking about the fans, you're talking about the stars walking the streets with the fans. What has this year been like for the fan experience?
It did change a little bit this year. Typically, you just line up and show up to go fill up the fan experiences at the various locations, like Roy Thompson Hall at David Pico Square. This year, you had to sign up for a ticket in advance. It was like a free ticket, but it was ways for them to try to control the flow on location, but that resulted in less fans coming in, so they had to put in some fillers. So it did look like less of an impact for those reasons.
Did it change the vibe?
It did. Usually I find the lines is what really builds the hype. It just fills the energy. Because, I mean, this is the film festival for the fans, for the people, right? It's where everybody comes to see their favorite stars, aside from obviously going out to see all the films.
How much time did you spend on Festival Street this year?
More hours than I can count. But it was a great time. The energy out in the city during TIFF is like none other of the year.
What about the restaurants?
Ooh, the restaurants. There was so many restaurants buzzing this year. Beso by Patria on King Street was phenomenal stop. Daphne in the Financial District was fantastic as well. The Campari Cinema Center came back this year, which is where the old Marble was. It's called Discreta now. All of the celebrities were coming through there. And Bisha Hotel is where the Deadline studio was, and it was a hot spot.
Okay, so listen, we still have a few more days left. What can people do to experience the rest of TIFF 50th this weekend?
I mean, the best thing that you can do is go out and watch the films. I find that this second weekend is the best time to really invest in not just seeing celebs, but going out to see the films. And more often than you know, the celebrities actually stay behind and make appearances for those Q&As during those films as well, which is usually a really nice surprise and delight. And from what I've heard, there are some that will be doing some this weekend, especially for Knives Out with Daniel Craig. So if you're looking to see him, go check out his film this weekend.
Okay, so I need some other hot spots for this weekend. You got to give me some specifics. Come on.
Yorkville is always a great spot. They just like wander around the streets. The one restaurant at Hazelton is a great place to see them, especially on the patio. They try to tuck behind the bushes around there, but if you're dining there, it's a great place to see them wandering around.
Okay, so you talked about some of the movies. I mean, this is TIFF, right? This is why the celebrities come here. What has impressed you most about the movie lineup this year?
It was so diverse. Actually, something I was going to comment on was the fact that we saw so much of Bollywood in Toronto. Names, I would butcher the names if I even tried to call them out. But there was, I know Huma was one of the really big ones, and even India's Heartthrob was in town wandering around the streets. So it was really nice to see a lot of Indian films in the festival this year. Korean films are having a splash. I was at the TIFF Tribute Awards, and to see the main actor from a Korean film that from Netflix, Squid Games, sorry, that escaped me. He made an impactful speech for his award, which he received at the ceremony this year. That was truly mind-blowing. Like, it was just really nice to see the energy was so positive.
Okay, so that was a big moment you just mentioned right there. What are a couple other big moments from this year?
One of my favorite moments was seeing on the red carpet, Angelina Jolie got stopped by Liam, who's one of the kid reporters with Virgin Radio. And she literally came down, stooped down to his level. He asked her what treats she hides in her outfit. She had a little caramel hiding in her dress and pulled it out. out. He even asked her, like, can you adopt me? And she's like, but your family would miss you. It was so heartwarming to watch.
Okay, one more.
Oh, another experience, definitely Charlie XCX partying it up all night. She was at Vinny's partying, and then I saw her at Soho House later that evening. So she definitely partied into the night's hours. And it wasn't like she was hiding behind guards. She was like having fun, interacting with fans that were inside the restaurant that night. It was really nice to see.
What would you say is the biggest takeaway from TIFF for, people who flew to Toronto as fans to take it all in?
I mean, the one thing I always tell people is if you come to Toronto just during TIFF, it's not like this all year round. I love the energy, but it's not here all year. So it's a great moment to come and experience, but just realize that like the traffic, it doesn't exist at that level every day of the year.
And looking forward to what? Next year's TIFF.
Ooh, yes, next year's TIFF, I'm sure, every year they step it up year after year. This year they had the longest film lineup in history, so I'm sure next year will be even better.
All right, talking TIFF 50, View the Vibes editor-in-chief, Stephen Branco. Always a pleasure. Thanks a lot.
Thanks for having me.